let's start with the quadriceps muscle. So the quadriceps muscles actually has 4 muscles. Okay, you start with this, which is the rectus femoris. Okay, the rectus femoris. This is the vastus. This is the vastus medialis, lateralis, and underneath the rectus femoris would be the, what do you call this? The vastus intermedius. Okay, so there's 3 vastuses and 1 rectus femoris. Don't confuse that with this one because this is the biceps femoris. So at the back is the biceps femoris, and the front is the rectus femoris. Okay. Other things that you need to remember, especially that are famous in being asked in the exam, would be this. This is the sartorius. This is the gracilis. This is the sartorius. Sartorius, and this is the gracilis. Gracilis. Okay, now the abductor muscles are under the gracilis. Okay, adductor, that means ADD, doctor. Okay, so that's toward the body or towards the midline. This would be the longus and the magnus. Just remember that L is before M in the alphabet. So L, longus, adductor longus, and then M, adductor magnus.
So the L is on the inside.
They're both inside. It's just anterior.
Middle.
It's anterior, and then this is more posterior, and they're both inner muscles, which is the adductor muscles.
So if it was the other leg, this would be in this side.
And the anterior, yes, it's always on the anterior, more anterior portion. This would be in the posterior. So L comes before M. So longus and then magnus. Okay. At the back, remember the hamstrings. So there will be 4 muscles again. The biceps femoris has 2 heads. Okay, the long head and the short head, which is not shown here, but you'll see it in the cadaver. And then this is the semitendinosus and the semimembranosus. The semitendinosus is letter T on top. That's why you remember it. T for top, semitendinosus. Tendinosus, letter T. And underneath is the membranosus, semimembranosus. Okay? So that's the semimembranosus. Let's go with the butt muscle. So this is the max, gluteus maximus. Okay, remember the max. And then if you take that out, you see the medius.
Oh yeah, you got it.
So that's still part of the medius, okay? That's still part of the medius. So this is the medius. And if you deflect that, under that would be the minimus. So this is not the minimus because a lot of students mistake that for the minimus. This is the piriformis, okay? That's the piriformis. Okay. And this is the iliotibial tract, so that you would know, if you follow the iliotibial tract, you will know where the tensor fascia lata would be.
Yes, right.
Okay, the coffee. That's the tensor fascia lata. Okay? Oh, we're good with that. Let's go to the lower part. This is the gastrocnemius. So in this particular model, you have to know whether it's the medial or the lateral head. So since this is the innermost, this is the medial, this is the medial head of the gastrocnemius. So you have to do that on the exam, and then, or the lateral head of the gastrocnemius. Underneath would be the soleus, okay? This is not part of the soleus, this is part of the plantaris, but you don't need to remember that. But just so that you don't get confused, this is not 2 muscles, it's one muscle, and it runs all the way at the back of the gastrocnemius. So this whole thing is the soleus. This is the soleus. Make sense? Okay. Now going to the back portion, this is the hallucis longus. Hallucis because hallucis goes into the big thumb. A big toe. Okay, the big toe. So this is the hallucis, and this is the digitorum because it goes to the other parts of the leg. Okay, so the other toes would be the digitorum, and then the hallucis goes to the big toe. Make sense? And this one, posterior, this is the tibialis posterior. That's the tibialis posterior.
So it's not this.
No, this is the digitorum, remember?
Okay.
The one that goes there. And this is the, can you see the fibers? This is straight, and this is a little bit inside, it's deeper. So that's the tibialis posterior. And this is the popliteus. Popliteus. Yeah, the popliteus. In your book, it's a little bit higher, but in the models, this is the popliteus. Okay, but in the book, just so that you don't get confused, it looks a little bit higher in your book. Okay, and this one on the side, this is the longus as well, and this is the brevis. Okay, this is the peroneus longus, and this is the
point at it again.
this is the peroneus longus or fibularis longus. Remember, peroneus and fibularis is the same. Okay, peroneus and fibularis is the same. So in your book it shows fibularis. In your lab thing, in your lab guide, it says peroneus, but they're the same. Okay, so that you don't get confused. And like, I'm looking for that, it's not there, right? So this is the peroneus longus, and this one is the brevis. You can see there's two different numbers there because this, it looks like one muscle, but it's actually two. Okay, make sense? Okay, up front, this would be the tibialis anterior. Okay, this is the anterior, this is the posterior again. Okay, that's the posterior, number 31, and this is the anterior, tibialis anterior. Okay? And pretty much, let's see, what else do we need to know? Hey, you're actually good. That's it.
Okay, thank you.